In part two, we're going to prepare a miso butter sauce, which we'll use to flavor the butternut squash. Now I want this to be a pretty intense flavor because it's going to be a lot of squash to flavor. So what I've got here in a sauce pot is 6 tablespoons, which is about 3/4 of a stick of melted butter, which is just barely simmering. And what I'm going to put into that is 3 tablespoons of red miso paste. Red miso paste, you get them in this, it looks like this, you can get them, various stores have them. And to that I'm going to then add also a Thai pepper that I'm going to put a slit in. Now, the reason for the slit is, actually if it's completely sealed and you put it in something like this and you heat it up, they just kind of, sometimes they go pew and they explode. So but I want to make sure I get the flavor out, so I put that little slit. And then the last thing I'm going to put in here right now is 2 cloves of crushed garlic, just crushed, just barely crushed. And I'm going to pull it. And I can put them in with the skin in, that's fine, because they're going to come out later. So I'm going to simmer this on really low for a few minutes, and I'll be back. All right, so it's been a few minutes, and I whisked and whisked and whisked because I wanted to make sure that I get it blended in. So you see, I've got the butter and the miso paste kind of blended together. And so that's been cooking for a little bit. And then the last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take this off the heat, and I'm going to mix in about a tablespoon of ginger paste. So the ginger paste, this is also an ingredient. You know, you could make ginger paste if you want to, but it's kind of pretty easy. You go buy it in a tube at the supermarket. And I'm just going to whisk that in off the heat. All right, and this now is my sauce, and I'm going to let that sit for a bit, and then I'll remove the pepper and the garlic, and I'll have a final product. So I'll be back in a little bit. All right, so here's the finished product. Here's my miso butter sauce. You could use this for a bunch of other things. So, I mean, we're going to put it in a puree, but you could like spoon a little bit over grilled fish, for example. It'll keep for the fridge in a few weeks, and if you want to freeze it, it'll keep even longer than that. But there it is, miso butter sauce. We'll go back to part 1 and we'll take a look at what happens with that.